I'm going to just keep this very conversational based. I always tell people, don't feel like you have to like come up with like saying stuff that's in article form. Like just say whatever comes to mind. Don't censor yourself. Don't try to kind of stay strict on guidelines or anything like that. Just see it as a conversation, and it's our job to kind of translate that and make it a kind of very free flowing and
yeah, that suits me. I'm very casual, so
yeah.
it's easier for me.
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be perfect. Awesome, man. Well, first off, what I always like to ask is kind of the overarching motive behind it. And obviously you're gonna have two separate pieces. So the entrepreneur and the Thrive Global. So as far as we can start with the entrepreneur with this question, with that piece, is it what's kind of the main thing that you want to achieve with this? Is it you want to inspire others? Is it you want to kind of spread knowledge? You want to spread awareness on the brand? You want to motivate others? Like what's going to be that kind of main motive behind putting this piece out there?
I think it's two. So one is definitely, obviously, we're looking as a brand from a company to kind of get awareness out there, to be more well known as we start to grow now, and look to get kind of people aware of, hey, who's Fluid, what do they do? But I think the way we do things and what we're trying to do as well is something I'm quite passionate about, and I want to create that kind of get that fire sparked with other people to be like, hey, we don't have to just do what we've always done. We can do new things and try and make things better for the people who work for us and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. And for the Thrive Global piece, kind of same question, and obviously tied into that kind of theme that they have over there, which is very culture based, very kind of kind of mental, physical health kind of.
Yeah. So for that one, more the latter. So more, a lot of what we do is designed to, I mean, even though it's just a solution, it's designed to like help people be able to work smarter rather than harder, help people working remotely. Our slogan is, work a better day, live a better life. So that you actually, say you're working 9 to 5, that's your job done. It's no longer working till 11 at night to do all this manual stuff and catch up on things. It's there to help you save the time so you can have that work-life balance. And I mean, I've suffer from mental health issues myself, and it's a big thing for me that I want to kind of drive that message out there that there are ways to help reduce that stress, reduce the anxiety, reduce the workload, and have that kind of work-life balance. Because I mean, I've in the past I've been stuck in it where it's leaving home before my kids wake up, getting back once they're asleep already, and that's not our company's culture is not that. It's completely the opposite. And we want to kind of drive that out into the workplace for people as well.
Yeah. And that's monumental too. I mean, for anyone in the industry or anyone working in a business or in a company, life and that work balance is really everything. Like if you can, have that working for you, then it's all about happiness at the end of the day,
Yep.
So I think articulating that correctly can really inspire others and kind of keep them on that right road.
Cool.
So in terms of that, I want to get a solid kind of handle on your guys' audience in terms of really who do you want to be reading these pieces. So for instance, your piece is out there, you have someone looking at the screen reading it. Who do you want that person to be? Do you want them to be a founder, CEO, another employee of another kind of like-minded company, or kind of what's that or perfect kind of archetype that you're looking for?
So I think two separate. So for the entrepreneur one, C-suite decision makers, people reading it to kind of see, hey, who's this up and coming in the market, kind of, a challenger to the traditional old giants of like Oracle, Microsoft, etc., in terms of project management tools, and also challenging like the Asana's, Monday.com. So people with decision making authority can see this and kind of start investigating us. And for the Thrive Global one, really, anyone. I think that's more,
Yeah.
because that kind of the mental health thing can help anyone, whether they are, someone who works on a project through to a project manager, through to an exec or a C-suite. That's really for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So to kind of grasp some main points that we kind of want to cover with these pieces, kind of in terms of the entrepreneur piece, I like to kind of look at it with three main points in mind. So if you were to look at the entire full-length article, what are 3 points that you really want to see intertwined throughout there? So if you look at it like a 3-act structure, like what do you want to be absolutely included within that piece in the entrepreneur article?
Sure. So I guess the one thing is how we're different. I mean, that's definitely something I want to get across, that we are not a B2C solution. You go online and buy a license, for yourself. We are a B2B company that sells directly to companies to help them manage their project management space better. And we, work with them and offer them unique solutions and innovative solutions on how to do that. I guess that's one thing. The second thing would be kind of how we've already done that for. I mean, we've got big clients in the UK, US, Africa, people like Herbalife, Santander, Barclays, Investec, Old Mutual, Massmart, Walmart. I mean, we've got large enterprise clients that we've already done this for. So it's not like, we're saying, hey, we're up and coming and we want to do this kind of stuff and we don't know how. We've done it. We just want to expand now. So I think that's kind of key. It's the thing we do differently. The second thing I think I like to get across to everyone I deal with is the way we work as a company is unfortunately unique in the kind of managed service space, that we actually want to work with our clients. We don't want to sell them something and forget about them and never talk to them again until it's time for renewal. We actively engage with them on a weekly basis, monthly basis, however frequently they want. We offer them full support. We give them full training. We work with them all the time. I mean, I meet with all our clients personally, regularly. So it's really kind of this extension of them, as opposed to, here's something, don't bother me for a year.
Right. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, that's going to be, and that'll tie into our next question. But before I get into that one, for the Thrive Global piece, really, and you've kind of expanded on this a little bit, but same kind of question in terms of, how y'all push your culture across, how you treat your team, how you kind of lead this company. Kind of how would you tie that into a 3-piece kind of structure?
So actually, I mean, if it's helpful, you can have a look. I posted an article recently on LinkedIn, actually, how I run the company, and it in detail, okay, like talks about like I'm massively transparent. So yeah, transparency is a big thing for me, because I don't want people working in isolation in the dark, thinking like my job is to do this. They need to understand what the company is, what they're trying to achieve. I mean, I send an email to every single employee weekly, telling them exactly what we're busy doing, who we're talking to in terms of clients, what we're doing around funding, investment, things we're doing around marketing strategy, sales, details, everything we're doing. I also write a internal blog every week, which talks about what we're doing, but also why we're doing it and how we're doing it, the values of the company, what we're trying to achieve, what our vision is, stuff like that. So for me, I mean, transparency is massive, and openness. I mean, I meet with every single one of my staff. I have a one-on-one with everyone that just like repeats. And it's literally, people can ask me anything. It's not a case of you have to nod and say you're happy and that's it. And 10 minutes later, I'm fully open and fully there. And as a company, we're very geared to be supportive, helpful. If someone's got an issue, we try to help them, whether it's personal or work related. And it's very much about a group of people trying to achieve a vision, as opposed to this is a company and we have to operate this way. It's very much like a family, just probably less dysfunctional than most families.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So with that entrepreneur piece, and I think you answered this, but just to kind of nail down, more on kind of this aspect. One of the biggest things we try to do with our piece is just to drive more engagement, drive more traffic. Is we want to clearly identify a problem, kind of whether it's industry specific or whether it's widespread, all over whatever industry. We really want to define that clear problem and then define a exact solution that X company, your company is accomplishing. Yep. So and again, I think you expanded on a few things that would really kind of tailor to that in terms of really being a people first brand and really, approaching things as a team and approaching things as a family, as you said, and really kind of treating clients as team members rather than, just an income piece. And I think that's a really, and always has been a very clear problem within any industry. Yep. So, I would say just nail down deeper on this if you can, just kind of how you guys approach that and how you guys take that problem and offer this solution and really do it in your own unique way.
Yeah. So I think, the work problem we're trying to solve is that if you look at project management solutions and kind of program solutions, what's out there is very siloed, right? So you can go and buy a Microsoft project and you can run your project plans on it. People use Excel or they use PowerPoint. But what happens is I can speak from over 15 years of experience running large scale projects and project management offices. You have multiple things where you're running something in Excel, something in PowerPoint, something in Microsoft, something in another tool. You're capturing time. You're bouncing all over the place. And as a project team, the admin around that is massive. But also what happens is you actually end up managing the items as opposed to managing the piece of work you're meant to be driving forward. So, the way we've addressed that is we've built, so Fluid is an all-in-one solution where you never have to leave the confines of Fluid. Everything is captured in one place, and it provides full transparency for everyone who wants to be part of that ecosystem. And, execs can see everything that's happening from a top level down. People engaged on the project can see everything that's happening on the project. It provides a space where you can do all the project work in one place, but also collaborate and reduce the amount of admin. So we try to focus on basically saying to people, you're going to be doing the same thing. You're going to be delivering the project. You're a project manager. You know what to do, but you can do it with help. So the solution will help you, but also it'll help reduce the amount of time you spend doing manual PowerPoint reports for meetings or things like that. The other big key thing that we do is we actually have a meetings module that manages all the admin around meetings for you, because people think, oh, I must manage the work. But what actually happens with 99% of companies is work gets done in meetings. You're meeting your team to get updates. You're meeting someone to give them feedback. You're meeting someone to, capture financials or something like that. And we've built that into the system that it helps you run the meetings by automating the agendas, automating the meeting minutes, automating the action tracking. So it drives that whole ecosystem of work from the admin, the meetings, the collaboration, the teamwork into one place, and starts cutting out all the unnecessary stuff so you can actually do work. And then by the time it comes to home time, that's you done. And when you log in the morning, it's all there in one place for you again to see, hey, that's all I need to do today.
Awesome. Yeah, it's on that last point. You're kind of just ridding of obstacles and making that kind of bridge to getting more inspiring work done a lot shorter, a lot quicker, a lot faster. And yeah, really,
we're trying to allow project managers and program sponsors to actually do that work as opposed to being administrators.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Awesome. So in terms of the Thrive Global piece, and again, this isn't going to be as kind of nailing down on the whole, solving a problem. It's more just a very authentic, genuine piece. And like you said, anyone can read that and kind of get kind of an idea of how this company runs and how this CEO or founder leads the team, and et cetera, et cetera. But in terms of, if you can think of something that's really unique in terms of how you guys approach that side of things, and kind of how, if you can look at other brands in your industry and kind of how you guys are different in that matter, really anything that could separate you guys and really make you guys kind of shine brighter than the rest is really something we want to focus on that Thrive Global piece.
I mean, I think, the way we engage with, I'm not even talking clients, so potential clients in the industry, is we engage in the same way, that you're people with problems and we want to try to help you solve your problems. Something, again, unfortunately unique that we like to do is we don't want to sign someone just because we want to make money. So we engage with people, we have multiple sessions, we demo the solution to them, we talk to them about the issues, how it could possibly help them. We don't then say, it seems great for you, here, buy this, give us all your money and we'll give you a system. We always say to all our clients, we will create an instance on Fluid for you and we will give it to you for free. And you've got a month that you can play on it. We will train you. We will talk you through it. We will meet with you weekly. We'll help you. Put your work in it. See how it feels to you. See if it's going to add value. See if, at the end of the month, you think, yeah, this thing's really going to work for us. If at the end of that month you like it and you want to go ahead, and we think it's adding value for you and you think it's adding value for you, then we move ahead. We won't just force something on, and that goes both ways. We might see what they're doing and think, this is not for you. You know what? This, you don't need this. You're a small company that really just actually needs an Excel spreadsheet. Don't waste your money on this. Yeah. And we'll do that because we want clients that are going to get the benefit from it, and we want clients who want to get the benefit from it. So it's a two-way street of. But what we won't do is literally go, oh yeah, sure, here's 100 licenses, give me all your money. It's not going to work for you, I know that, but hey, I'm getting your money. That's just not us.
Right. And that value first model is provides so much more room for a win-win situation. Like you said, even if you do have someone who wants it and wants to give you money for your product, but you yourself don't see a fit, then months or even years down the line, you might see a very problematic client or very problematic relationship that ultimately comes in and kind of messes with the whole company and the whole kind of network you got going on. So I think that value first mindset is so crucial. And
even then, during say that month pilot where people are like, yeah, this thing's great and I really love it, and I'm going to roll this out to my whole company, we will still step in and say, don't do that. You know what? Right. Take 20 licenses first. Buy 20. Build your team up. Let them get used to it. Gradually add to it. It's going to help you get people on board, help you learn it. Whereas if you try and put everyone, 1,000 people on it at once, it's going to be harder for you. There's going to be a lot of change management. People might resist it. You're going to be swamped with requests. And even though obviously it would be better for us if they took 1,000 up front because we'd make a lot more money up front. We'd rather take a client through that journey of, start with 10, then become 15, 20, 50, 100, and it just works out a lot better for them and ultimately better for us, obviously, because then we have a client that, loves the solution, has grown into it properly, is in the right mindset. And, a big thing for us is we don't lose clients. Since our founding, we've lost one client total, and that was during the pandemic. But otherwise, we've kept all our clients because they just love the service. They love the fact that we actually go out there. And a big thing we do differently, which actually came up recently in a session, is we've got clients that have thousands of users on the system, and we've got clients that have 10 users on the system, and we don't treat them any differently. Yeah. So whether you're 10 or 1,000, you still get high level of service, you still get treated seriously, you still get all the help you need. And, that's, again, it just goes back to the values of treat everyone with respect and, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. I think Yeah, that long-term thinking too is so crucial as well. And it kind of gives people that idea that, hey, this company's probably going to be around for a very long time. They're going to endure with that people first, value first
Yep.
kind of values that they put forth. So yeah, I think that'll be absolutely something we'll expand on within these pieces, because I think people resonate with that, and like you said as well, when it's coming from your own voice and your own name, people find it a lot easier as well to resonate with that. So